Hi, welcome back to Red Storm Reel, where we talk about the latest and greatest in entertainment. I'm your host, Joe Acerno, and today we're going to be talking about the newest upcoming drama, Manchester by the Sea, starring Casey Affleck and Michelle Williams, The Edge of 17, the newest upcoming high school dramedy starring Haley Steinfeld and Woody Harrelson, and lastly, we're going to be taking a look at the Harry Potter spin-off, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This is Red Storm Reel. Hi, welcome back. Here with me today is Missy Dunlop and Zachary Habir, and we're going to start things off by talking about Manchester by the Sea. What the film entails is a young uncle, played by Casey Affleck, is forced to take care of his young nephew when the boy's father passes away, and it's obvious throughout the entire trailer that the young uncle is reluctant to do so, even though it's obvious he cares about his nephew, but still a lot of responsibility to take on. Personally, for me, it just seems like a really well-done drama. It really blends in comedy and drama seamlessly, and it touches upon like some really scary and realistic issues about what would you do in this sort of situation if you were forced to take on something like this. And it seems like Casey Affleck, Lucas Hedges, who plays the nephew, and Michelle Williams, who plays what seems to be Casey Affleck's love interest, all give fantastic performances.
I think the movie touches on a subject matter that I've heard couples talk about at times, like if something were to happen to us, who would take care of the child and things like that. And it presents it in a very real fashion. It doesn't play this up as some sort of heartwarming thing where all of a sudden they're bonding. Like, it's very scary for the characters involved. It's very high stakes. And it's not like the whole world is effective, but it's their world. It's a very good way. It does something very, very magical where it sets very high stakes in a very small space.
Yeah, I was kind of comparing it to the movie Life as We Know It. It's the one with Katherine Heigl and Josh Duhamel. And I was kind of thinking like, wow, this is like a more realistic, dramatic version of that movie, obviously. It looks like there's going to be like a love interest with Michelle Williams, who I love Michelle Williams. I think she's a great actress. So I'm excited to see that. I don't know, something about the movie the trailer really just, like, it drew me in so well. I'm really excited to see it. It's actually a movie that I don't think a lot of people are going to hear about at first. I really didn't hear about it until I had to look into it. But now it's like probably one of my top movies that I want to see within the next few months. So.
One of the things that really stuck out to me in the trailer was, number one, that the song that they used, that really pulled me in. Like, it gave me like this sort of like emotional feeling about what these characters have to go through. And like, shockingly enough, like something that wouldn't usually stand out in a movie like this is the cinematography. I love the shots of the docks. I just love the look of the movie, and I just love the whole premise, and it just seems like it's, like I said before, very, very well done. Okay, well now we're going to be moving on to The Edge of 17. This is a high school dramedy starring Haley Steinfeld and Woody Harrelson, and what the movie entails is a young girl whose life just wasn't awkward enough becomes even more awkward when when her best friend starts dating her seemingly perfect older brother. And to me personally, it seems like a very smart, really razor-sharp movie. I mean, to be honest, when I was watching the trailer, it reminded me of like a much heavier version of Mean Girls. I mean, that movie never ceases to make me smile. I love that movie. And like, I just can't wait to see, like, seems like it has like a really well-developed set of characters, from Haley Steinfeld's awkward character to Woody Harrelson's hilarious but like sort of curmudgeon mentor of a teacher. So I really can't wait to see how this one comes out.
And you're not going to see the effect of this movie now. You're going to see it in like 10 years when we're looking back on it. Like, movies like this are so important. We were seeing all those mean girl memes and everything like that a couple of years back, and the movie was already like 7, 8 years old. We still talk about The Breakfast Club and St. Elmo's Fire. These movies are so important. So box office success is something I really don't want to hear about. It's super smart. It's super self-aware. It has everything. It understands the generation right now. And I think it's a really good encapsulation of the times that we need. Like, this is going to be a really exciting film.
No, and I think actually, like, as a college student looking on like a high school type film, like, they're actually more meaningful to me like now than they were when I watched them back in high school. I think this movie's really it's gonna be the next Mean Girls. I truly believe it.
And going back to that, like, I just feel like one of the things that was so relatable with me was so substantial about Mean Girls was like how relatable it was, and I really feel that with this movie too. Like, I think it's towards the end of the trailer when she sends that horribly awkward text message to that guy that she really likes. I'm just thinking to myself, okay, I haven't done anything that bad, but I can definitely relate with saying stupid things to someone I'm really crazy about.
Yeah, and she's somebody that people can see herself in. Like, I'm not gonna say something like, "Oh, they finally cast somebody who's not pretty." Like, she's a genuinely attractive girl. She's very pretty, but they don't shape her as this like sex symbol or anything like that. Like has been done so many times with actresses her age. They're presenting her in very regular clothing, in a very regular setting, in a very regular character, but they're putting things in the character that make her engaging and that bring all the talent out of her that she has, and she's very talented. So this is the perfect role and the perfect casting and the perfect setting. This is going to be great.
Yeah, and I think just also, as much as relatable Mean Girls could be, there were parts of it that were extremely unrelatable. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I just thought some of it wasn't. I thought some of it was a little over-exaggerated, but funny. But this just looks like a lot more like, oh my goodness, like that happened to me in high school. Not the last thing.
No, that was
not
horrible.
the text message. But like, I don't know. I could just relate to it more.
And to finish things off today, we're going to be talking about the Harry Potter spin-off Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. What this movie entails, she's really excited. What this movie entails is Newt Scamander, a magizoologist, comes to New York City 70 years before Harry Potter opens his first textbook, and he comes with a briefcase full of magical creatures, and someone accidentally opens them, and now he and 2 witches and 1 no-mage has to go out and find and capture all of these magical creatures without putting people in too much of harm's way. And one of the things that really stuck out to me about this movie was that it just seems like this character seems to be more at home with animals than with people, and this might sound a little weird, but sometimes I feel a little bit more at home with animals than with people because, I don't know, people just aggravate me sometimes for some reason. And so that was just one of the things that really stuck out to me. The visuals look absolutely amazing, and I just can't wait to see how this one goes off.
It's a really pretty film, and I think all the Harry Potters have been pretty ahead of its time CG-wise, and that's something, it's been one of the industry standards and like bar setters. But something that's really great about this film is it's obviously very much not Harry Potter in the sense like, we're not going to see Harry or Dumbledore or all these characters. We're most likely going to be introduced to a full new slate, maybe gear up for a potential sequel, I don't know, but it feels just as whimsical, it's just as charming, it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it has the opportunity to be dramatic. And ever so important in that franchise, it is a movie for the people that have seen the first film and grown up with the franchise.
First off, if I could say, I'm a proud Gryffindor, love Harry Potter. But that's my thing. As much as I am so excited for this movie, I don't know how my heart's gonna feel when I don't see Ron, I don't see Harry, I don't see Hermione. Like, I have to think in the mindset that this is the wizarding world, but it's not Harry Potter, so you're still getting part of it, you're still gonna experience the magic. I mean, with this movie, like, all my fears are set aside, I'm excited. This is gonna be great. Can't wait.
And following her trend, I'm also a Gryffindor, and I have a Black Stallion Patronus for, anyone that cares. One of the things that I was really interested in about this movie was that I was always curious to see like what would happen if something like this took place in America, and now we have it taking place in 1920s New York, and I just love the whole setting of that. Well, I'd love to thank my awesome panelists, Missy Dunlop and Zachary Mahabir. Manchester by the Sea, Edge of 17, and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them all hit theaters November 18th. I know I have a busy weekend coming up soon. This has been Red Storm Reel. I'm Joe Acerno. Have a great day.